freak bitches, wherever you may be, however you may be watching. Thank you for giving me just a couple minutes of your time. You know, a while back I took a Trump poll and I didn't realize how bad the audio was on it, so I'm going to do another one. This one is the official impeachment poll that I was tweeted from the Donald Trump campaign. Let's have some fun with this shit, shall we? First question is, do you agree that President Trump has done nothing wrong? Well, I don't think that he's done anything that they have said that he is oh so guilty of, like collusion or obstruction or anything like that. The reality is every president, just like NASCAR teams, push the rules, trying to figure out where they can get by with stuff to get their agenda passed. That's the way things go. If you're a liberal and you think that's a bad thing, you really want to go talk about how Obama gave buckets and barrels and skids of cash to Iran or to whoever had Bo Bergdahl or whatever the fuck that was. No, that was Iran. Yeah, just look. He hasn't done anything impeachable, in my opinion. That's my opinion of it all. So, do you do anything wrong? I'm just gonna say no. Do you believe the Democrats will make up lies and try to impeach the president? Well, they have a long history, especially recently in the last 3 years, of coming out with the most outlandish shit. I mean, the Democrats are the ones who, apparently not knowing who the hell they're even dealing with, said that Trump was in Russia getting peed on by Russian prostitutes. He's a germaphobe. Do you really do that little background on the person that you're going after that you don't know shit like this? Come on. Yes, they make up lies all the fucking time. About 99% of the Steele dossier has been proven to be a lie, and the other 1% just can't be proven true or false at all. So, yes, they absolutely do. Do you believe Nancy, meaning Nancy Pelosi, is working for coastal elites instead of the American people? Well, I don't think any politician is really working for the American people. I think it's kind of a combination of trying to do some things to establish your legacy and trying to stay in power. I think that's what politicians do these days, both on the left and right. I'm going to say yes because the direct answer to the question is yes, but it's not just Nancy Pelosi. Next question is, do you believe the Democrats are trying to undo the 2016 election? Actually, no, I don't think they're doing that anymore. I think now they've given up on trying to undo 2016 and they've gone full bore trying to sabotage 2020. That's what all this is about. That's what Kavanaugh was about. That's what all this shit has been about for at least the last year. They knew they couldn't go back and impeach Trump for anything else. This is all about trying to set themselves up for 2020. That's what all this is about. Next question is, do you agree the Democrats are trying to silence your voice and take away your vote by impeaching President Trump? Yeah. I mean, they're not trying to silence my voice. They're trying to silence the opposition voice. I'm a member of the opposition, so you can say they're trying to silence my voice, I guess. It's really all just a power play. That's what all this crap is. Do you agree that Democrats are trying to impeach President Trump because they know they can't win in 2020? Abso-fucking-lutely. Honestly, I can't imagine that any of these dullards that they have up there right now stand even a little bit of a chance. Tulsi Gabbard, maybe, because I think she's not so far left that still hardcore, like middle-of-the-road Democrats wouldn't jump behind her. But I got to be honest, I don't see anybody out there who's leading the polls on the Democratic primary right now who stands a single solitary fucking chance of beating Donald Trump in the generals. They're going to get out there and get their fucking lunch ate in the debates. That's just the way it is. Do you believe Nancy Pelosi should publicly admit she was wrong? Yeah, but she never will. And to be fair, no politician will ever openly admit they were wrong. The only time politicians ever come close is when Ronald Reagan came out and said that he should have known and it was his responsibility for Iran-Contra and all that stuff. That's the closest you're ever going to get. Are you against these baseless impeachment proceedings? Absolutely. This doesn't do anything good for the country. This is exactly why Clinton didn't get impeached for the shit that he got into back in the 90s. This is exactly why Hillary Clinton wouldn't have gotten impeached had this email thing blown up had she gotten elected president. Impeaching the president does not hurt the president or the party. It hurts the entire country. They know that. They don't want to hurt the country on the larger geopolitical stage, so they want to impeach the President of the United States. This is all just flack, trying to run cover for them and the fact that they have no fucking reliable candidates to run in 2020. That's all this is. Do you agree that Nancy Pelosi is controlled by socialist interest groups and was pressured into calling for an impeachment inquiry? Oh, I think she's pressured all right. But the problem is she's not one of them. I think the progressives have absolutely taken over. The progressive socialist movement has absolutely taken over the Democratic Party. Much like the Tea Party and the uber religious movement has taken over the Republican Party to a large extent. And I think that's very bad. I think middle of the road is where a lot of people should be, because that's where a lot of the good debate happens, good talk. I don't think any of that shit happens when you firmly ensconce yourself on either end of the the spectrum at the extreme ends. I don't think that can happen. So yeah, she's being pressured, but it's not because she wants to be. Trust me, she would like people like AOC and all these other clowns to go away. Do you believe Nancy Pelosi should back down from these baseless impeachment claims? Well, yeah, because like I said, it doesn't do the country any good. Honestly, one of the reasons I think the Democrats don't stand a single fucking chance in this next election is because they're not concentrating on putting their message forward. They're just concentrating on telling you that Trump is guilty of shit that they can't prove. The American people aren't dumb. They're going to see right through that bullshit. Do you believe the Democrats are working with fake news media to make up lies about President Trump? Well, yeah. I mean, there's documented meetings between DNC people and CNN and MSNBC and whatever and ABC and CBS and NBC trying to guide stories. It's all documented. So yeah, I absolutely believe that's the case. Do you believe that Democrats will continue with baseless impeachment proceedings as long as Trump is in the office? Absolutely. I absolutely do. They know that their only hope right now is just to run distraction to where he can't get enough of his agenda in place. That's all it is. Do you believe the Democrats have your best interest in mind? No. But to be perfectly fair, I don't think 90% of politicians, either Republican or Democrat, have our best interest in mind. And I've said for a long time, one of the things that you have to understand about politicians is they have three things in their mind: getting elected, getting reelected, and getting a legacy. What they do over the course of that is not really important to them as long as they do those three things. So it's not just Democrats, it's not just Nancy Pelosi, it's not just them, it's Republicans as well. Because Republicans have a long history of promising their base, their constituents one thing, and then getting to DC and doing something completely different. The last question is, do you believe the Democrats hate President Trump and will do anything, including lie to the American people, to get him out of office? Well, yeah, they've been doing that for 3 fucking years now. They've honestly been doing that since the generals back in 2016. Yeah, I mean, the Steele dossier, 99% of it has been proven untrue. Uh, Look at what they did to Kavanaugh. Blatant lies. None of that can be proven. None of that can be substantiated. They are willing to do whatever they have to do. They will cut their own child's throat if it takes a shot at Donald Trump. And it's fucking pathetic. This is one of the reasons why I can't get behind this progressive socialist movement of the Democratic Party. It's just horrible. So, yeah, absolutely. I may actually put my name and email and everything in here. I don't know. I personally don't want any more junk mail from any political campaigns. But anyway, that's what I think about all this shit. So go down in the comments. Let me know what you think some of your more detailed, more nuanced answers to some of these questions are. Yeah, this is just another one of those self-aggrandizing things that Donald Trump put out where there really is no answer that actually hurts him unless you just answer no to everything and then go down here in the comments. Is there a comment section? No, there's not even a comment section, so you can't even put anything in there to add to your thoughts on this, which is silly. But anyway, that's what I got. Go down in the comments. Let me know what you guys think of some of these questions, and I'll catch you guys later.